Good afternoon, everybody. It is currently 2:08 on Sunday, the 13th of November, and I am going to be showing you guys cases 3 and 4 in separate videos. So up first, since we already talked about Batman the Animated Series, which carries over into case 3, we're going to start on Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I may have seen this once a long time ago, but I don't really have a recollection of it. And then on a Batman double feature, we have Batman Beyond the Movie and Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. And then with the Batman the Animated Series Blu-ray pack, that also had another copy of Sub-Zero on Blu-ray. I have a slot for Batman the Movie, or standalone, be it a DVD or a Blu-ray. Then I have all 5 seasons of Gotham. Here's what the discs for the first season all look like. Here's a slightly different season 2 disc. It's a slightly different color, I think, if you see it in person. Then season 3 is much different disc design. Disc 4 has a bunch of bats flying around for season 4. And season 3 has the bat signal shining. It's the 5th and final season. I've seen the first 2 seasons, I think, all the way through. And I think I've seen pieces of the 3rd. That to make sense of season 3. And I have a bunch of copies of Batman Begins. You'll see what I mean. I'll count them as we go. I have 1 copy that is a 2-disc version. It looks like that. And that. And I have this copy from a trilogy pack, I think. Another one that looks like this. That makes 3. 4. That one was a standalone. 5, another standalone. A Blu-ray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies. And another Blu-ray from a trilogy pack. That makes 7 copies of Batman Begins. And I'm still planning on getting what I imagine would probably be a 2-disc 4K. Then I have a bunch of copies of The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises as well. We have Dark Knight on DVD here. Another copy here. This was from a trilogy pack, I think, with the one that had the big bat symbol on it. And my standalone Blu-ray looks like this with a second disc. It has the Joker on it. And I have the Blu-ray trilogy pack version. Special features disc looks the same. Then I have slots for the 4Ks. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 copies of The Dark Knight with a 5th somewhere down the road. Then we have The Dark Knight Rises, copy 1. Copy 2, this came in the DVD trilogy pack. Copy 3. A Blu-ray disc that has an identical special features disc. 4. And from the Blu-ray trilogy pack, we have this one that makes 5 copies, and it has an identical special features disc for this one as well. And I have slots for the 4Ks, 2-disc 4K. And then one that I want to get on DVD as well as on Blu-ray is my Blu-ray of Batman Gotham Knight. This one was interesting. It went in a different direction than I thought it was going to go, but it was good. I also started watching season 3 of Titans. I got 2 episodes in. Red Hood has been introduced, and speaking of the Red Hood, Batman Under the Red Hood. This one features the voice of Jensen Ackles as Red Hood, and he does a phenomenal job. I want to get this one on Blu-ray. Then one I have an existing Blu-ray and a DVD of that have the same design is Batman and Harley Quinn. This one, kind of an interesting movie. It's about where Harley Quinn is trying to straighten out her life and teams up with Batman to stop Poison Ivy and the Swamp Thing, I think. And something I want to get on Blu-ray is Batman Year One. This one takes place obviously during the first year of his reign as Batman, Bruce Wayne's. I have a special features disc that looks like this, where he's like being shot at. So I want to get a Blu-ray of that, and then like they did with Long Halloween, the Blu-ray for the next 2 titles is combined into one disc. That title is The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and The Dark Knight Returns Part 2. I've seen the Blu-ray in stores, and it only had 1 disc in it. It was the Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition, which I have for the Long Halloween. I want to get the individual parts as well, so I know where it kind of splits off from one part to another. Then there's Son of Batman that I want to get on Blu-ray. Batman Assault on Arkham that I would like to get on Blu-ray. Batman the Killing Joke. I saw an interview with Mark Hamill before The Killing Joke came out, and he was talking to some people. It was kind of like a special guest appearance on something or other, and he's like, "Yeah, I could tell you guys about my new upcoming Batman the Killing Joke movie." And there was this like, I think 12-year-old kid in the audience is like, "Oh yeah, I'm super excited to go to watch that." And Mark Hamill's just like, "No, it's for an older audience. You're not gonna watch it, not yet." It was hilarious. And then we have Batman Ninja. The animation style in this one kind of bugs me because it doesn't feel like a Batman story the way they animated it. And the animation style changes throughout the show, or the runtime, I mean, and it just makes it less coherent of a story because the animation changes halfway through, and it's like, what's going on? Then we have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This one does not have that problem. This one is quite good. It takes place in Jack the Ripper's time, and when gaslight was all they had. They didn't have electric lights. At least not very many people did. I think some might have. But it was an interesting story where Commissioner Gordon was Jack the Ripper. Very interesting story. I want to get a Blu-ray for that one. Another one I want a Blu-ray of is Batman Hush. This one was interesting. I wasn't expecting Hush to be the Riddler, but he ended up being the Riddler, and it was pretty good. And then another one that I watched recently that was pretty good is Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They ended up teaming up in the end. They did fight twice, I think, but the duration of the runtime, like with Batman versus Superman, wasn't spent with them fighting. Then we have a Batman triple feature with Batman Unlimited Animal Instincts, Unlimited Monster Mayhem, and Unlimited Mechs vs. Mutants. All three of those are pretty good stories. I enjoyed watching them when I did. I need to rewatch them again because it's been a little while since I watched them, so I'd like a refresher. And then there's Batman Soul of the Dragon, and this one kind of fixes what Batman Ninja did wrong while still remaining in present day, because Batman Ninja went back to the time of ancient ninja or ninjutsu, which was, I mean, that aspect worked fine, but the animation needs some work. Thankfully, they have not used that style since. And I want to get that Batman Soul of the Dragon on Blu-ray. And one that I want to get on DVD is Batman Death in the Family interactive movie. I didn't know what that meant, interactive movie, but I later discovered that through watching it that at certain points in the story, the viewer can decide what happens. Like in one instance, there's a part where Robin is in like a burning building and it's about to explode, and Batman's coming, and you can either save Robin and die yourself or as Batman, or you can have Batman not get there in time and Robin escapes barely, or you can have it that um so that Robin dies in the explosion, therefore creating the Red Hood. So I liked how that did that. I thought it was creative and different. Something I would love to see them do again. And then one that I mentioned previously, just a few minutes ago when I was talking about The Dark Knight Returns, is Batman: The Long Halloween. I have the deluxe edition where it's on a single Blu-ray disc for both portions. I would like to get the individual DVDs of Part 1 and Part 2. I still collect DVDs. Not many people do. They're kind of a novelty item now. But here is The Long Halloween. Looking good, looking good. You can see right through the disc. You can kind of see the wall through it right there. And something I want to get a Blu-ray of is Birdman or the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance with one Michael Keaton. I haven't watched all the way through that, but I watched enough to know that I wanted to get it on Blu-ray too. Then I have all 4 discs of the complete series of Birds of Prey. Yeah, there's that. All the discs look the same. It's just the logo here is on the opposite side on 2 of the discs, and it's on this side on the on 2 discs. The odd number discs have it on the right hand side, and the even number discs have it on the left. Something I want to get on Blu-ray and 4K is Brightburn. This is a very dark kind of Superman story, kind of. It's about an alien that is raised by a Jonathan and Martha Kent style farmer and his wife, and the young man, by the time he reaches age 12, has killed someone who had become his mother-in-law, killed his uncle, and both his parents, as well as a passenger flight with like 300 people on it, because he was volatile. We'll put it that way. Something I want to get on just Blu-ray is Catwoman with Halle Berry, where she's Patience Phillips instead of Selena Kyle, which there is a DC multiverse. So maybe in the multiverse, Selena Kyle isn't always Catwoman. You never know. It's not a great movie, but I have a lot of fun with it because I like superhero movies, regardless of if they're actually any good or not. Probably noticed that when I said I had Avengers of Justice Farce Wars. That one is not a great superhero movie by any means, but I had fun with it. I've only seen it once, so it may not hold up, but I had fun with it when I watched it. Then I have Constantine with Keanu Reeves. This one's a pretty good story. I enjoyed watching through that. I would like to get the Blu-ray if I can find a standalone Blu-ray. Hopefully it's not a Blu-ray combo pack. If it's a Blu-ray combo pack, I'd rather go for the 4K combo pack, where it's a 4K and a Blu-ray. So I don't have two of the same DVD for that, because I don't want to have it twice on DVD per se. And then an animated movie that I thought was really good is Constantine City of Demons, the movie. The Blu-ray disc looks very similar to this. It's just like a color switch to a black color like that. It was a good movie. Constantine was going after demons and things and trying to save his own soul because he had messed up along the way. Then I have the first season of DC's Legends of Tomorrow. That show's cool. It's in the Arrowverse, so it's one that I may end up combining once I have the entire Arrowverse down the road, which will help fill out my collection quite nicely. And then I also have the 5th season. I think they're in season 6 or 7 now, but I don't, maybe 6, because this one came out in 2020, just barely before the whole world lost their minds and decided to listen to liberals. Then I have Man of Steel on DVD, 2 copies on DVD, and 1 on Blu-ray. All 4 discs, all the discs look the same, but there you go, here's the Blu-ray. They all have the same logo on them. I do want to get the 4K, which I imagine is a 4K combo pack, so I have 2 slots saved. Same with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. The Ultimate Edition is superior in my mind. I do enjoy the Ultimate Edition quite a bit more, but I have fun with the theatrical cut as well, so I don't see where all the hate comes from. Yes, it seems incomplete. Yeah, it's not the best script possible, but I still have a lot of fun with it. I think Doomsday should have looked more like he did in Krypton and Smallville. Like, blend those 2 looks, but it still looked pretty good. That's also a very different version of Doomsday than is in those other 2 properties. So it's understandable. It's a resurrected General Zod in a monster body instead of being someone completely separate from Zod. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of that currently of Batman v Superman. 4 of them are theatrical cuts. The Ultimate Edition came with a Blu-ray and a DVD, and I got a DVD at a yard sale once, and then I got a standalone DVD version. Like with Man of Steel, I want to get the 4K, which is, I think, a 4K combo pack, since that's pretty common for superhero movies. And then I got Suicide Squad with Jared Leto's Joker and Will Smith as Deadshot. I think Will Smith and Margot Robbie stole the show. I think they did phenomenal in their roles as Harley Quinn and Deadshot. I enjoyed it so much that I got the Blu-ray extended cut, which is the only disc that has a different print. The bonus features disc looks the same as the movie disc, and unless you saw the top of the disc where it says special features instead of movie, you'd think it was the same disc. I just showed you twice. There we go. But I also want to get the 2-disc 4K for that. Then there's Wonder Woman. I had a lot of fun with Wonder Woman. I thought it was a great movie. It paves the way for Captain Marvel, which I have very nostalgic feelings for, because, as I've shared before, I went to go see that with my biological father, and that was my introduction to my biological father, was going to see Wonder Woman. Or not Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, my bad. And so Captain Marvel has a very special place in my nostalgic memory. Here's the special features disc for Wonder Woman. Has a much smaller logo on it. And the Blu-ray is basically a color swap of the DVD, where the logo is clear instead of the disc being kind of clear. Something similar is true with the Blu-ray of Wonder Woman 84. Here's the DVD, and the special features disc got like a darker color palette. I'll show you what I mean. For the Blu-ray, the Blu-ray is this one, and this one's the special features. It's like a darker palette choice. Both Wonder Woman movies I would like to get the 4K combo pack of 4. Then I have 2 DVD copies of the theatrical cut of Justice League. Also not a great movie, one I still have fun with anyways. Yeah, my original DVD has the special features disc. It looks slightly different. Looks like Parademon wings or something around there. Then the Blu-ray is the JL there. I do want to get the 4K combo pack. And then I have on all 3 formats, I have the Snyder Cut of Justice League. This one has like Justice League coins or something on there. Medallions, I don't know what those are. And then the Blu-ray, I actually have 2 different Blu-rays. 2 slightly different Blu-rays. This one is a European Blu-ray, and this one's the American release. Because I wanted to get my hands on that story as quickly as I could. And so I went and got a European, or online, I went and got a European copy that works just fine here in America, so it worked out. And I have the 4K as well, right there, because I got the 4K combo pack and then a standalone DVD. All 3 cases that I have for the Snyder Cut all have slipcovers, which is nice. The DVD slipcover is glow in the dark, which looks really cool. Then I have Aquaman on DVD. I want to get the Blu-ray and the 4K, so I'll probably get the 4K combo pack. I'll probably do the same with Shazam, the first movie. I was quite surprised by how good this one was, because my favorite of the newer DC movies up to the point when Shazam came out was Aquaman. And did Aquaman come out first? Now I'm not sure. But in any case, I loved Aquaman, I loved Wonder Woman, and I loved Shazam. And Black Adam is phenomenal. Way to go, The Rock. He did great in that role. Then I have Joker on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. Here's the Blu-ray disc, which looks the same as the special features disc for the DVD disc. And then it has a nice red 4K right there. And then I have 2 discs that look the same, or the special features disc and the movie disc for Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. This movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I would like to get it on Blu-ray in 4K, so I have slots saved. As with this one, The Suicide Squad, and this one is superior to the 2016 version, but it's a completely different story. Completely different story, different concept, everything. Different premise. But it just works so much better, and James Gunn directed it, and so it's got a lot of bright, obvious, and sometimes obnoxious colors in it, and that are over the top and fun to look at. James Gunn's visual style is very like bright, in your face type colors that still don't really distract from the story, but kind of enhance the story. I want to get that on the 4K combo pack as well. Same with the Batman. I didn't quite know what to expect from the Batman, but I thought Robert Pattinson did quite well in the role. I believe it takes place during Batman's second year as a crime fighter. I might be misremembering that, but it's either his first or his second year as a crime fighter. It looked like his logo, while being functional as a batarang, was also the stock of the weapon that killed his parents, which I think is an interesting change of pace from other bat logos. So I want to get the 4K combo pack of that one. Something I want to get the Blu-rays of that I haven't set aside slots for is season 1 of Doom Patrol. That'd be 3 Blu-rays. I've seen bits and pieces of Doom Patrol. I resonated better with Titans because I knew basically who the characters were and they had a more interesting storyline than this did. I've seen the first disc, but I haven't seen the rest of the series. There are now, I think, 2 or 3 seasons. And then I had the Blu-rays of the second season that I want to get the DVD of. I also don't have slots saved for those, so I need to work on that. But then I have, because Superman is on the disc for this one, kind of, I put Epic Movie in the DC universe. This is just a bizarre little movie. It combines some plot points from Superman with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Willy Wonka, and it's very strange, a very strange hodgepodge. It also has something from Snakes on the Plane with Samuel L. Jackson, and it's like, what in the world is going on here? They didn't get Samuel L. Jackson to do that, to reprise his role for that cameo. They got someone else who looks like him, but it is bizarre. My goodness. Then I have the 90s Flash Complete Series. I'll show you each disc of that. They're all different. Different characters, I should say. We have the Flash himself on disc 1, Mark Hamill's Trickster on disc 2, Tina McGee on disc 3, I think some evil scientist guy on disc 4. Disc 5 has Barry Allen, and disc 6 I think has Iris West, who's only in the pilot episode. This girl's only in the pilot, so it's interesting they put her on disc 6 if she's only in the first episode. Then we have the CW Flash. This is a European copy that works just fine here in America. Season has 4 discs. And then season 2 also has 4 discs. All of them look the same. I want to get the whole series on Blu-ray and then go back and get the whole series on DVD. There's, I think, 9 seasons. I think they're in the 9th one right now. Then there's season 3, Season 3. All the discs look the same. And then red disc for Season 4. That makes more sense than orange for the Flash. 4 discs for that season, 4 discs for Season 3, 2, and 1. Season 5 also has a red disc. It has a different picture on it. And that is also red, as you can see. And also red is for Season 6. It looks kind of orange on camera, at least in the reflection that I'm looking at. There's 4 discs on that, and then I have two different discs of Crisis on Infinite Earths. So I have the one from The Flash and the one from Legends of Tomorrow Season 5. That's this one from Legends. The other one is from The Flash. I found out that the one from The Flash takes place before the one for Legends. So that's why I have one after the other like that. I want to get the other discs for it as well. And I have Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox, which I would love to see in live action with Grant Gustin from the CW Flash show, the one we just talked about a second ago. I want to get that one on Blu-ray, and then I want to get Green Lantern. I know it's not a great movie. I want to get it on 4K combo pack. I have a Blu-ray of the extended cut that has the same design as the previous disc. And then I have Emerald Knights, and I want to get Green Lantern First Flight. Those are a couple of animated movies, but I want to get them both on Blu-ray and DVD combo as well. And I have Harley Quinn Season 1, where the discs both look the same. I want to get Season 2. I haven't done so yet. And then I have a Blu-ray of The Losers, which I'm fine only having a Blu-ray of. I don't really need to go out and get the DVD. And I have the Blu-ray and the DVD for Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons. There you go. Something I want to get just the Blu-ray for is the original Hellboy. The second disc is the same but blue. I can show it here, like that. And something else I want to get a Blu-ray of is Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. And doing just the Blu-ray is the new Hellboy. That one swears a lot and is pretty bloody because it's rated R. And then I have the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the Blu-ray for Jonah Hex, known as Josh Brolin in the titular role. So he universe jumped 3 times by my count: DC, Fox MCU, and regular MCU. Then I have Justice League Justice on Trial, Justice League Unlimited Saving the World. I enjoyed both of those shows. I want to get each show respectively. And then I have Justice League The New Frontier that I want to get a Blu-ray of as well. Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths, so I'd like to get the Blu-ray of. That one has 2 discs existing. This has the evil Justice League people. And then I have Throne of Atlantis, Justice League, and I want to get a Blu-ray for. And with Justice League War, I want to get the Blu-ray. Common pattern here. Justice League Gods and Monsters, I want to get the Blu-ray of. When I say that I have slots saved for these things, this is what I mean. Each page holds 8 titles, and you can see that 4 of them on this page are empty because of wanting to get another format or something. So whenever I say I have a slot saved, that is what I'm talking about. And I have a slot saved for Justice League Doom on Blu-ray. features disc has Superman looking angry. Batman looks pretty angry on the first disc too. And I have Justice League Dark. Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I want to get a Blu-ray of. I have a Best of DC animated movies collection. That this disc has Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman the Killing Joke on it. The next disc that looks the same has The Death of Superman, Justice League vs. Teen Titans, and Justice League Dark. And the third disc has Suicide Squad Helipe, Wonder Woman, and All-Star Superman. I want to get Justice League vs. Teen Titans on Blu-ray, as well as Justice League, or no, Teen Titans, like Judas Contract or something, on Blu-ray. So I have 2 slots saved for those, I think, is what I'm looking at right now. And then I want to get Justice League vs. the Fatal 5 on Blu-ray. And something I want to get on DVD is Justice Society World War II. This has Miss Wonder Woman on it. And I want to get the Blu-ray for Injustice, the movie, loosely based on Injustice: Gods Among Us. Loosely, somewhat. And I have Kick-Ass on DVD and Blu-ray. I have Kick-Ass 2 on DVD and Blu-ray. Something I want to get the DVDs of is Krypton Season 1. I already have the DVDs for Season 2 that look the exact same as the Blu-ray. So here's disc 1 and disc 2. I saw the first season of that show. It was going in a good direction. I just never finished the series. Now I can, and I will eventually. I have Red. For those who are not familiar with this movie, RED stands for Retired Extremely Dangerous. It's based on DC properties. It has DC on the disc itself, right there. I also have the special edition of Red. And Red 2. I want to get the Blu-rays of both. The one I want to get a Blu-ray of is Return to the Batcave. And for the same reason that I don't have slots for the DVDs of the CW Flash with Grant Gustin, applies for this next thing, why I don't have slots for the Blu-rays, and that is Smallville, which I'm going to be showing all the discs of because they're all slightly different characters. So we have disc 1 with Clark Kent on it. I want to get the whole series on Blu-ray. I've seen it at Best Buy before. Last time I went to Best Buy, I got the 50-year James Bond collection. And I think one other thing. Don't remember what it was. It'll probably come to me. Disc 3 has Lex for Smallville. Disc 4 has Chloe. Disc 5 has Pete Ross. Disc 6 has Mr. and Mrs. Kent. And then the same pattern repeats for season 2. So I'll show you the disc that has Clark on it for that. Clark on the first disc, Lana on the second, Lex on the third, Chloe on the fourth, Pete on the 5th, and Mr. and Mrs. Kent on the 6th. It's just blue instead of kind of like orangish, however the other season was. Then the same pattern repeats again on season 3. I'll show you disc 4 with Chloe. It's kind of purple color this time. Season 4 is different because Pete's no longer in the show, so the 5th disc has Lionel Luthor. Season 6 maybe this is season 5, I don't know. Has Lois. The rest are the same. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. So season 5 has Lois on the disc. She wasn't on the disc for season 3 where she made her debut. Then season 6 is the first season that actually said the complete 6th season along the title right here. And this has Jimmy Olsen and Chloe Sullivan. Jimmy Olsen's twin brother is Iceman in the X-Men movies. Then Lois and Green Arrow are on this disc. That is the original live-action Green Arrow, to my knowledge. And then Mr. Luthor and Mrs. Kent are on the last disc of that season. And then season 7, disc 4 has Lois and Chloe, they're cousins. Disc 5 has Kara Zor-El and Jimmy Olsen. Do you pronounce it Kara or Kara? I tend to say Kara, but I know I just said Kara. And then Lionel Luthor is on the last disc here. That is what he more normally looks like, not short-haired. He has much longer hair for most of the show. Then season 8 has Tess Mercer and Doomsday on disc 5, and the Green Arrow on disc 6. I'll go ahead and show you that. And season 9 has Clark on the disc 1, Chloe on disc 2, Lois on 3, Tess on 4, General Zod on 5, and Green Arrow on 6. This time he's actually in his Green Arrow outfit. Season 10 is Clark, Lois, Tess, Green Arrow, Chloe, and Mr. and Mrs. Kent again. Mr. Kent dies in season 5, which if you haven't seen the show, I apologize for spoiling it just now. I do want to get the Blu-ray of the entire series, but I'm not about to leave 60 slots left open for the Blu-rays, because there's 6 discs per season for 10 seasons. It might be fewer discs for the Blu-rays, but I'm not going to leave that many slots open. Then we have the live-action Spawn. All 3 animated Spawn movies. I have 2 of the second one. I got a trilogy pack, and then 2 by itself. From Backstage Video, I got it by itself. And In the Mind of Todd McFarlane, I haven't watched this, but I have watched the other 3 and the live-action version. And one I want to get a Blu-ray of is Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, which I mentioned earlier in a Best of DC. It is pretty good. It's a good story. And then I want to get the Blu-ray of Supergirl, the movie. I have the director's cut here on DVD with the Supergirl logo. And I have Supergirl Season 1, which has a red disc for 3 discs. And I have 4-disc Season 2 that has a blue disc, which I think makes sense for a Blu-ray to be blue. Then we have the Complete Superman Collection Diamond Anniversary Edition. These are from the 1940s cartoons, I think. Which I guess they were all short enough to fit on one disc. And I have Superman, the movie, theatrical cut with Superman on the disc. The 2000 expanded edition has Clark Kent. So that's what he looks like when he's hiding in plain sight. His alter ego. Disc 3 has Lois Lane. This is a special features disc. Disc 4 has Lex Luthor. Also special features. Right there. Only in Kryptonite. I think it's a safe guess that most everyone has seen Superman the movie. But I want to get the Blu-ray and the 4K for that, as well as Superman 2 that I have the Richard Donner cut of as well. And the Richard Donner cut is actually shorter than the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut is 127 minutes right here, and the Richard Donner cut right here is 116 minutes. Usually extended or director's cuts are longer than the theatrical product. But that's not the case here. I want to get the Blu-ray and 4K of that, as well as Superman 3, even though it's my least favorite of the quadrilogy. Not for any particular reason, just it seems out of place not having Lex Luthor in it when he's in all of the other three. And Superman 4, this one introduces us to Nuclear Man, a Kryptonian-esque character created by Lex Luthor, like a synthetic Kryptonian. I want to get the Blu-ray and the 4K of. I want to get the Blu-ray and the 4K for that as well. And then something I want to get more of, not necessarily a different format, but I mean this is just DVD format, but I want to get more of it, is Cartoon Craze. And that I have a handful, I have a small handful of those. I have Volume 2, Superman Showdown. Volume 3, Superman and Popeye Out to Punch. It has some Superman cartoons and then Popeye Out to Punch. The two characters do not ever cross paths. It's just what they decided to call it. And I have disc 6 of the Cartoon Craze, Casper and Friends, Spooking About Africa, right here. That came with another disc as well that is Casper and Friends with an advertisement for Papa John's on it. There you go. And I have Volume 17, Little Lulu and Little Audrey, The Lost Dream. And that is it for case 3. This video is a lot shorter than the other versions, or the other two cases that we've done previously. This one's only 48, it'll be 49 minutes by the time I stop talking, but there you go. That is case number 3, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes with case 4.